the compound. I saw something right here. What's that? Skinwalker territory. Something just fell again. Right there, there's the eyes. Outside the Lewis Flat School in New Mexico, we find a pile of crushed animal bones. Whoa, look. What's that? Oh, that is bones. Right where this person would have been positioned, we discover what appear to be animal bones smashed all over the concrete. I'm now starting to wonder if this could be something else that we previously encountered in New Mexico. Hey guys, we're in Skinwalker territory. Oh, I was just thinking that too. Animal spirits and stuff like these bones crushed up. And what's drawn in all the holes? We're in Skinwalker territory. And we're messing with some ancient stuff. I can't wrap my head around what I just saw through this window. And while we are addressing the possibility of a skinwalker, we also have to ask ourselves, is this a living person trying to mess with us? Or could this person be using these animal bones to put some type of curse on us? Something just ran across. Right there. Right there. There's the eyes. All of a sudden, I see something run across the field, and I'm not sure what it is. It doesn't really look like a cat, a dog, or even a coyote. We then notice a pair of eyes out there staring back at us. Oh my God, I got it. You do? Yeah. Look. What is that? Billy immediately goes towards these glowing eyes, only to discover that it's just an aluminum can reflecting our lights back at us. So this isn't a skinwalker or any other creature. All of a sudden, Jay calls and tells us he's hearing more noises in the room where earlier something was thrown. So we begin looking for what could have made the sound that caused Aaron to run out of the building. It definitely was all part of the service. I heard it back here. That, right there. Oh, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Oh, message on the object that's truly compelling. It's all about me.
We're standing by.
Oh my gosh. Where did this come from?
Oh man, I'm getting really scared.
While investigating in Deming, New Mexico, we received a frightening message.
Whoa, that wasn't there. That was not there.
Right? Look at that pictures. Yeah, look at it. God. Dude, that's not symbolic right there. Where did this come from?
This is crazy compelling. A sign, a knife, it comes through on the device. You see a shadow over there. You go there, there's skulls and animal pieces. It even said the bar. It even did say the bar. Yeah, it said at the bar. At the bar.
Jay, you're right. This is the group after the bar.
Oh, after the bar.
You walk past the bar, the group after the bar.
And it's about
This is where the knife was thrown.
Yes.
Now the sign just was thrown.
Yes.
The group after the bar. And look what appeared right here. In this room. This is the room.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah. They made my hair stand straight up on end.
This is awesome. Could these spirits be telling us that they are Native Americans, possibly from an ancient time? This painting of the group after the bar is also in the area where all of the powerful activity is occurring. Because of this, I decide to leave Aaron in here all by himself so I can see how they will react to only one of us.
What's up? You know me already. I'm the one. What is that? You know me, I'm the one who's gonna jump in this room and I want no problems, okay? I want no problems. I'm just gonna ask you some questions to try to find out a little bit more about what's going on in here, okay? I respect you, the group of this place, okay? I do. Would you like to say anything about what just happened?
Does he recall ever hitting his head? Here, don't touch it. Here, wow.
Is it bad?
Just a little thing.
It's got me one stroke right now. Like, my knees buckled. I just fell. Like, it knocked me down. So, like, I just got off a roller coaster and was just standing there.
It seems as though our investigation of this old elementary school turned bar restaurant has been plagued by non-recent events, which we believe are forces from ancient cultures and curses. This is one investigation that we will never, ever forget, and a location that I'm sure will never forget us.
born between 1966 and 2002? Hate being broke? There's a brilliant new way to earn on the side. Get some extra income by filling out surveys. Wouldn't it be nice to be rewarded in cash and gifts? Millions of people are racing to sign up to SurveyMonkey.
Ghost Adventures crew, we are under siege at the old Fort Erie.
In one night, the British Army lost almost 1,000 men. Animals cut men in half.
War of 1812.
Are you okay, man? What happened?
My name is Zach Fagan. I never believed in ghosts until I came face to face with one. You wanted us, you got us. So I set out on a quest to capture what I once saw onto video. With no big camera crews following us around, I am joined only by my fellow investigator named Bob and our equipment tech, Aaron Goodman. The three of us will travel to some of the most highly active paranormal locations where we will spend an entire night being locked down from dusk until dawn. You have reached your final destination. Hell. Extreme. These are our ghost adventures. August 15th, 1814 was one of the bloodiest days in Canadian history. Right here where I'm standing at the old Fort Erie in Ontario, Canada, is where over 1,000 people were killed in a single night as British troops attacked American forces inside. We're gonna tap into the raw fear and rage that only comes when soldiers are under attack. We're gonna confront all the spirits that still wander these grounds and buildings. Tonight, the Ghost Adventures crew is under siege at Old Fort Erie. Right now, we're standing in front of the historic Fort Erie, right? Indeed. This is the site of probably Canada's bloodiest, darkest, gruesome day.
It's a bloody, gruesome day, not just for Canada, but for every single person who ever set foot in this place back in 1814.
In 1764, on the banks of the Niagara River, Fort Erie was constructed. The base was meant to protect the region during the French and Indian War, but it would be a half a century before this stronghold saw action. During the War of 1812, British and American troops battled for control of this strategic outpost.
In one night, the British Army lost almost 1,000 men in about 2 hours of fighting. Fighting continues, though. It ends up taking over 4,000 men, all told, from both armies.
Are you serious? 4,000?
The U.S. Army was losing on average 5 men a day just to British cannonballs. Now, these guns were designed to kill men at over a mile. In fact, the smaller the guns in British Army testing at 600 yards could pass through 19 people in a row.
Right through them.
Now, that's just how many they're going to hit directly. If you're struck in the chest is a cavity. You burst. Your bones become shrapnel and can kill and wound men around you.
Where can you imagine that? So my pieces of my rib could go through Nick's forehead and kill him.
If you go into his throat, cut a vein or artery, he'll be dead in a couple minutes.
Daryl, you are a plethora of graphic, gory details. I've never heard from anybody's mouth before that a piece of my rib can kill another man.
I hope you don't have to hear it too often.
Yes. Hi, Sam. How you doing? Good. Guys, keep your distance. Don't mess with him. If he walks by you, you let him walk by and you greet him. I'm gonna call him Bluto. Don't mess with Bluto.
When the British tried to retake the fort from the Americans, there was a very large battle. And in the midst of the battle, the powder magazine located at this end of the fort caught fire.
Did that actually, was the cause for a lot of the deaths?
That caused a severe explosion that destroyed this entire end of the fort, knocking out a couple hundred people instantly.
Now imagine this crammed full of soldiers. And then this area was 3 to 4 deep with dead. Other men in inside the fort and outside said a 200-foot tower of flame shot into the sky, carrying the earth, timber, iron, and men.
So was it the shot of a cannon that ignited the powder?
Anybody who knows went up with it. We don't know. Chunks of debris crushed men in both armies, as well as many British soldiers on the walls were thrown into the ditches. Waiting in the ditches to climb up the ladders were more British soldiers, bayonets fixed. Chunks impaled themselves upon the bayonets of the soldiers below. The ditch outside here was 5 feet deep with the dead. John Le Couture, when he awoke, tried to steady himself and his hands slipped and sunk. He put his hands to the face of a man he had commanded only a few moments before. He said that he carried that image with him for the rest of his life.
Hand going through somebody's face. Yeah, it'd probably stick with you a little for a while. Does anything happen over there in this area? Does they hear screams or anything?
The only thing we have happening that we think may be linked with it is an instance known as the man in the top hat. He's wearing very similar accoutrements to what I'm wearing, but wears a top hat, and he's seen exiting our kitchen, moving along before moving into where our powder magazine is. We don't know if he is an American reliving his final moments as he runs in and sets off the charge, or is he a British soldier who wants to warn everyone.
Have you seen one?
Yes, I have.
You have?
I was standing in the phrase curve, nothing but a lantern to keep this place lit up, pitch black. I saw a figure exit that doorway. He stopped, turned, faced me. Perfect silhouette of a man, but no features. Eyes white as if he were staring right into the sun. I was terrified. It probably was only a couple seconds, felt like an eternity before he broke his gaze and moved into the powder magazine.
Hi, Sam. How you doing? Good. Not messing with Sam. This is a dark, bloody little fort.
Yes.
Right when I say that, I look at like this red stuff on the like, what?
Well, that's what it is, because this room was actually the surgery. When they do the reenactments, they have a few patients in here, and of course there's only one bed, so many of the patients end up on the floor.
But this is where the surgeries would be taking place in these 4 walls.
Yes.
Have you had a personal experience in the show?
Yes, I have.
What happened?
At nighttime, when we close up the fort, it's our job to come along and close up all the windows and lock all the doors. And one evening I was in here closing up when I was shutting the glass windows, and I looked in the glass window and I saw a reflection of a man staring at me. He had a very big, full, bushy beard, and he was wearing a white shirt. And when I turned around, there was nobody here. And when I looked back in the window, the man was still staring at me.
Ghostly sightings are frequent here, but none are quite so chilling as the Headless Sergeant.
Sergeant Reed and Corporal Reed decided they gotta get a shave after some of the walls of the British cannons. As they're in the midst of it, an 18-pound cannon fires out. That ball just kind of grazes the hills and come up and over and takes Wade's head clean off his shoulders. Corporal Reed lost his arms. So every once in a while, these neighbors will come around and just say they see some people out there kind of looking for something.
I think you shaved a little bit too much there.
That's a close shave if I was there at one.
Exactly.
A gentleman was building a house about half a mile down the road. When he started digging up his foundation, they came across a bunch of bodies.
This is a spot that's creeped me out ever since I was a kid.
Guys, be careful. You might want to come. Sorry, Sam.
In the fall of 1814, the Americans destroyed what was left of Fort Erie and withdrew to Buffalo. 123 years later, in 1937, the Canadian government began reconstruction of the ruins. Did the restoration contribute to the mysterious activity here?
This is a spot that's creeped me out ever since I was a kid.
This spot.
This is our Sally Port.
Sally Port.
Comes from the French term port de salle, or door to go through. During reconstruction, workers were instructed that if they found any remains, they were to try to find the rest of the body. But the problem was you weren't given extra time to look for it. So rumor has it that a few of the workers, rather than waste time looking for the bodies and possibly lose their job, ground up the bones that they found and mixed them with mortar. The mortar was used here. People have reported the smell of rotting, burning flesh inside there. This spot has caused 14 employees to quit.
Have you heard about the 14 employees that quit because of the Sally Port? Yeah, that's all the way from 1939 up to present. What have you heard about that?
More or less, they have things, seeing individuals and objects or shadows, and when he opens his mouth, it's the stench of brimstone and burning flesh.
That's 14 employees that quit.
Since 1939.
Do you think you'd be the 15th?
No.
Okay, just a question.
Captain Kingsley has done some things to keep other people out, not myself.
Who was this guy?
He belonged to the King's 8th Regiment of Foot. He was stationed here as an officer prior to the war actually starting.
We've had instances of people on the stairs heading up into the quarters, footsteps heard, stopping, following them out, pushing when they're going down the stairs.
You've been touched here.
Yeah, I felt hands running through my hair.
Where exactly?
I was sleeping over in that corner there by the deerskin rug.
How many other people experienced that?
We had a lot of complaints from visitors who come through, especially women with long, dark hair. They usually say they can it feels like someone's touching them. Gentlemen tend to complain that it feels like someone's pushing them, either down the stairs or towards the stairs. So.
There's nothing different than this. What's going on here than probably any other guy's bedroom.
Exactly.
If other guys come into my bedroom, I want to push them the hell out. If girls come in there, we'll just leave it.
Rumor has it he still sleeps in the bed every night. And every night before we go, like I said, we lock the windows and doors and we make the beds. And in the morning when we come in, we'll go up into his room and the bed's all messed up. And the sheets are pulled back, the pillows on the floor, and sometimes you can see an imprint of a body.
You know who here has great experience and guys' beds? Nick Roth. And that's because you were in Father Payetas' bed, remember, Nick? And Father Payetas didn't want you to get out of the bed. Yeah, I know, that was creepy.
Were you the one that moved these covers earlier? What the hell?
I guess you know where you're going to bed. Captain Kingsley's bed.
I'll go talk to him.
Okay. Are these actual artifacts from here?
Yes. About 20 years ago, a gentleman was building a house about half a mile down the road. And when he started digging up the foundation, they came across a bunch of bodies.
Are you serious?
And it turned out to be a mass burial grave for the Americans. There was always bodies and artifacts being discovered all the time. But this was the largest one found in recent history.
Is this one of the skulls he found?
Yes, this is Gruner. He was the second skeleton they found at Snake Hill. And when they found him, all of his teeth were showing and it looked like he was smiling. So they nicknamed him Gruner. That's the photo of him, and then they reconstructed his face to show you what he would have looked like when he was alive.
Is his skull in there or no?
I'm not sure.
He kind of looks like Shaggy's brother.
Did the guy still build his house?
Yes, he did.
That's a brave guy.
Yes.
Oh, la-di-da-di-da-di, I'm shoveling, digging for my new house. Little Timmy's over there drinking lemonade. All of a sudden you just find, it's like that movie, The Poltergeist, in the swimming pool, when all the bodies start coming up, right? Yeah. And he still just grabs all the bodies and just puts them over to the side. Okay, let's have a picnic. All right, right now we're trying to find, what is it, Snake Hill or Snake Hill? Snake Hill, favorite word in the category. No, snakes. I hope there's no snakes on Snake Hill. I hope that's what it's just called. Right here. Listen, before I go up there and knock on this door, just do not film him. Let's just be
welcoming ourselves. I don't want to keep rolling. Right. Yeah, we don't want to keep rolling. But don't film their face. I don't want to scare them away or piss them off. We gotta keep rolling. All right. Put the camera down a little bit. Just don't get the person that comes through yet, because I don't know if they want to be filmed or not. I'll shoot us for you. Hi, sir. How you doing? How are you? Good. My name is Zach. Okay, and I hate to bother you. We're not solicitors. We're not trying to sell you video cameras. We are doing an investigation over at Fort Erie. Yeah. Okay, and we're learning a lot about the history with the Travel Channel. I understand that this is the property that they did find the burials.
You found quite a few, actually. Yes, yeah. Yes, they did right here on this house.
So we were at the right spot.
Yeah, okay. Right spot. Yeah.
Do you have any photos, artifacts? Is it true that some of the properties here have some stuff, or we're just investigating further?
Yes, it is, and I do have some information you might want to have a look at if you wanted to come in. Sure.
I love Canadian hospitality. Thank you very much. Gosh.
They found actually 28 soldiers on this property. This lot here and the lot in between. This was one of the fellas they dug up.
So this is your house here, right?
That's our house. That's the garage. This is facing the lake. So this is...
Right where we're standing.
Yes.
Right exactly where we're standing is where they found bodies.
Yes.
Right under our feet.
Yes. They identified these soldiers by way of their buttons on their uniforms.
Those are their buttons?
Those are the buttons on their uniforms.
You can see how the clothes just are eroded away and the buttons just fall right on their spine. I mean, you got 1 here, 2 here, the triplet, the 3 there. That's 3, 4, 5 just in this little 20-foot area right out here. Wow. They gave each of these bodies their own coffin with the American flag draped over it.
They had an individual hearse for every soldier. Yeah.
What is this?
This is the plaque they sent along with this letter
to you,
to my wife and I, from the Surgeon General of the United States.
On behalf of the United States Army Medical Department, I want to thank you for your cooperation with the effort to recover the remains of American soldiers that were discovered on your property. As you may know, this discovery is of tremendous historical significance to us because it is the first such site to have been discovered from the War of 1812. Again, because of this man that I'm sitting right in front of in his kitchen, because of his discovery, he has given all of these American soldiers who have helped us Americans be where we're at today, give them proper burials and have helped our history. On behalf of us, man, thank you, man. This is awesome. That attack that left nearly 1,000 people dead, what time did that happen?
Roughly about 2 o'clock in the morning.
We're going to be locked in here at that exact time. We're going to use this as a trigger object. This caused a lot of the deaths that occurred right over here in this corner. Here we go. Hi, Sam.
How you going?
Good. You ready to lock us in?
You ready to go in?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So right now the sun has set. Sam here is locking us in Fort Erie as we speak right now. Sam, one quick question for you. That attack that left nearly 1,000 people dead, what time at night did that happen?
Roughly about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that's great, because we're going to be locked in here at that exact time. Good luck.
There's no way we're getting out of this place.
That's a lockdown. We're going to try and contact those spirits, those soldiers that lost their lives very violently, viciously, and suddenly on that fateful night. All right, Aaron, we have 6 X's on this one. We're also going to be bringing in 4 4 video monitors. We're going to set up a nerve center, and we're going to do some live surveillance on this one. The first X is in Captain Kingsley's room. He died in that bed, and a lot of the women we interviewed, and they've actually been touched, fondled, but all the guys that go in there get pushed out. So, Nick, go in there by yourself and see what's up with Captain Kingsley. The next X, the Sally Port, is where 14 employees have quit from what goes on in there. They say that they've seen figures screaming. Aaron, that's your spot for the night. The next X, the Northeast Bastion. This is where 200 to 300 men were instantly killed by that violent blast in the powder room. Next X, the kitchen. This is where Daryl, the reenactor, actually saw an apparition walk out of there while working, and it said it really scared him. So what we offered to him was to bring him in the lockdown with us tonight. He has also said that he does have ancestors that fought in this battle. So we're going to see if he can try and communicate with his ancestors. So, we ready? Ready. Ghost Adventures crew, we are under siege at the old Fort Erie. Decided to kick off our investigation by heading over to the Northeast Bastion. This was the site of a gruesome catastrophe where between 200 to 300 men were blown up by an explosion in the powder magazine room. Right now, we're going to use this as a trigger object. This is an actual part of a cannonball that was discovered right over here. We're going to bring this back to that original spot because this probably caused a lot of the deaths that occurred right over here in this corner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place the PX device inside the cannonball fragment. This device has a word database that spirits can manipulate by using different amounts of their energy to choose specific words. They can also create their own words, as this device will allow them to use phonemes, the basis for human speech. On top of that, I'm going to turn on my digital recorder. Our digital recorders capture EVPs, or spirit voices, which are spirits speaking within the white noise. Is there somebody here with us?
Dude, I've never heard it do that.
I've never heard it do that. Is there somebody over here that wants to speak with us? My name's Zach, and this is Nick and Aaron. We're not British troops, and if you died in battle here, we want to let you know that the battle is over. The British are now our allies. We're friends with the British. At this exact moment, my digital recorder captured this intelligent EVP.
We're friends with the British.
What's symbolic about this EVP is that it's also telling us what we heard from our PX device. Why was this presumed spirit of a soldier telling us that someone was up there? And who are we supposed to be looking for? I think this was answered at the very end of our lockdown, at this exact spot where these bones are on display. Is there somebody in here? We're fellow Americans. You don't have to fear us. We're your friends.
Yeah, but you guys, I thought I heard someone walking over there.
Well, that's what I was trying to get to. Right here's the entrance to the kitchen. And this is where that reenactor Daryl that we're going to be bringing in just a little bit saw the apparition walk out this doorway. Right after I mentioned Daryl, I captured this threatening EVP. And this is where that reenactor Daryl that we're going to be bringing in just a little bit saw the apparition walk out of the doorway.
Sir?
Someone down here?
What?
Something come up out of the ground like a shockwave. Aaron, you got your EMF detector on you?
Yeah.
There's something in here making me really, really dizzy. This is something in here is making me really dizzy, Nick.
Was it tough fighting in here? Holding down this fort? Was it tough fighting in here? Hold down this fort. Fort.
Was this the spirit of a soldier left to die in the battle ditch?
This area was 3 to 4 deep with dead.
Was I about to detect this very same spirit?
A lot of men lost their lives in here. Just going off, right?
Just went all the way up to like a .8. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
The strange energy my body detected was just recorded by our EMF detector, which measures fluctuations within the electromagnetic field, something spirits can disrupt when they manifest themselves.
And as you can see, it's not registering anything. So if it was anything kind of electrical or anything, it would be registering it right now. And it's just a 0, 0.
Time to take our investigation to the next level.
Thanks, Dad. How you doing, man? Doing well. You all dressed to be agency? Of course. Let me show you the ready real quick.
We thought it would be a good idea to bring in Daryl, who volunteers his time here as a reenactor. His ancestors fought in the battle here at the old Fort Erie, and he has also come into contact with a full-bodied apparition.
We're gonna have all these on, and we have them in 4 different areas. Okay, we're on the Sally Port, Quartermaster's office, the kitchen, and Captain Kingsley's room. So I'm gonna be able to watch you. You guys are gonna be doing something called an EVP session. EVP, or electronic voice phenomena, are spirit voices that are captured on digital recorders. We can't guarantee anything, but let's see what happens. We're using you kind of as a trigger object, not only because of your past, your ancestors linked here, the station here at the fort, but also because you've experienced stuff here before. It's a fancy way to call me by name.
We sent Daryl by himself into the kitchen while Nick went by himself into the officers' quarters.
There we go, I love you. Nick by himself, and this is a creepy room. This is where Catherine came by herself, and she saw a man's face reflected in one of the windows.
The look he was giving me wasn't a very nice look. He looked very angry.
Daryl, while you're in there, just go ahead and start asking some questions. Okay, we got an eye on you, and just start communicating. See if we can get any responses on the device. Speak however you want to be heard. If I don't hear you now, I'll hear you eventually. Everybody has a story. Everybody wants to tell that story.
Daryl's digital recorder just captured what sounds like an intelligent response.
Everybody has a story. Feel your presence around me. You just gotta talk. Use enough energy to say something. Were you one of the soldiers that were brought here to get fixed up after the battle? Did you get a wound? But ask a lot of questions. Anything you just want to say? Jesus Christ, what that was that? There's no diamond against also over your right shoulder, up against that wall over there, like a mist.
This shocking shadow figure we just captured has absolutely no explanation whatsoever. Not only was Daryl alone in the kitchen, but he actually saw this shadow with his own 2 eyes, as you can hear the shock in his voice and his fight to stand his ground.
Sorry, I reacted so negatively. Don't see that every day. Thank you. There goes Daryl. Okay. Go see what's wrong with him. He just left me quickly.
definitely saw some of that arrow. It's a pretty freaky thing, I guess you could say. It was just a shadow, and it was definitely something.
One thing that you have to realize is that Daryl is in a dark room with very little ambient light. Although he did in fact see this unexplained shadow figure appear right in front of him, he didn't see the full detail as it was captured on the night vision camera. After further analysis, what strikes us about this shadow is the movement in the way it morphs into a different shape before vanishing. When you watch the arm rise and bend, it's almost as if the two parts of the arm fuse together into one, then shoot off into the window.
You okay? Yeah, I'm good. I couldn't stay in there any longer.
Do something just to let us know you're here.
What's wrong? There's something in this room, man.
Fort Erie, the site of Canada's bloodiest battle, was full of activity. Daryl had just fled the kitchen due to his witnessing a shadow figure.
Want to take a breather real quick? In a rush? Let's do it. Let's keep going. Okay, then meet me here for the salary room. Alright, I'm going to Kingsley's. Our captain.
Now that Daryl was shaken up, we thought it would be a good idea to send him with Aaron to the worst spot at Fort Erie. More than a dozen employees have quit because of the dark activity they experienced in the Sally Port. Meanwhile, Nick went to the notorious Captain Kingsley's room.
It is creepy in here. Right behind me is the actual bed where Captain Kingsley passed away. He actually preserved it. He's supposed to not like guys whatsoever in this room, and he wants to push them out of here. We interviewed Kate earlier, and Kate was telling us how she was in here and she just felt her hair being pulled.
I was sweeping over in that corner there by the deerskin rug, and I felt hands running through my hair. And
Where are you, Captain Kingsley? Can you hear me?
You got two people in here. A newbie and someone who's been here for a while. So if you really want to do anything right now, open the door, slam it, do something just to let us know you're here. We don't want to be harmed or violently hurt or anything, so don't do that. I would say that just in case.
It's a good disclaimer.
Knowing what was just captured in the kitchen with Daryl, we understood why he wouldn't return back there, and we respected that, but we couldn't ignore it. So we left a digital recorder in there with some electromagnetic pumps to see if this spirit would be attracted by the electromagnetic energy being pumped out, and then in return give us some audio evidence. This was the only other voice captured here in the kitchen, and what an awesome, relevant voice it was.
This behind you freaks me out. The suit. Is that yours, Captain Kingsley? Did you wear that? Are you laying in your bed right now, trying to go to sleep? Can you pick that sword up right there? Pick that sword up there. I just heard a voice right now. Can you pick that sword up right there? I just heard a voice right now. I'm sorry, bro. Sorry. What's wrong? There's something in this room, man.
reporter captured one more response from whatever spirit had walked in and joined them in the sally port.